I don't need no crown, just these 6 strings. My guitar's the one that makes my heart sing. We talk all night, yeah, it understands. In this crazy world, it is all I need.
On Power Ace Radio.
Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to another episode of P.A.R. Meet the Artists. My name is Pali, I'll be the host of the show. Welcome to Power Ace Radio. If I could get my guests to please introduce yourselves, tell us your name, tell us where you're from, and tell us what you do, please.
So yeah, hi, we're super excited to be here.
Yeah.
Now, we are the band Bunch of Ace from northern Germany. And yeah, the band, this is the two of us.
Yeah. So I'm Alessia and I'm the drummer and I'm doing back vocals.
So, and I'm the guitarist and singer, and yeah, so together we're writing songs, and we would publish them like we did last year with few singles in English and in German. In German, we did even like an EP this year in January, and yeah, so we're doing pop music, which is our basic, but we like to go a little bit into other genres too.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Super spotlight you there. So the main question is like, at such a young age, what made you took music seriously instead of, I don't know, just treating it like a hobby?
Well, this is
Yeah, so it's quite funny because we started at a really early age. We it's like parents looking for something that the children would like they're doing sports or
some
music
other hobby.
or some art or something to keep them busy.
Yeah,
Let's say, and they shouldn't be so annoying. But now that's how we came into this kind of early education of music where you're like
trying stuff.
trying everything out, and that's how we came to our instruments actually.
Yeah.
So Alessa started playing drums, started playing guitar.
But singing we started way later.
Yeah, that was later. And at some point, now one friend of our father is a professional musician, and as we got more in touch, because he came to Germany, he was working in the US before, and
Actually all over the world.
yeah, all over the world touring, and well, then he came to Germany, and that's how the contact grew closer, and with that the contact to music also became stronger. And then there was something happening, it was like a switch that
Now
at that
it's
point,
serious.
yeah, it was like serious. Like I get really into like blues rock and blues and all that kind of stuff. Of course, that's kind of this guitarist influence that you have,
so
I would say. Like any guitarist, if you ask a guitarist.
I was doing more funk and pop, and this was more my thing to do. But
So we really got into this world kind of through that was like opened the door for us. And yeah,
this
so
was like how many years ago now?
I don't know, 4 years maybe.
Yeah, 4 approximately.
Yeah.
I think.
So, yeah, that's how it happened. And at some point, there was a task from one of our music teachers that we were supposed to write
A little, not even a song, just
like a snippet, 8 bars.
8 bars, yeah. And
Yeah, and suddenly this wasn't just 8 bars, but then it became 16, and then 32, and then it was
it
a
was
song.
growing,
And that was our first song that we ever wrote at age of 13.
Yeah,
I think.
13, I think.
And then we thought, yeah, we should do more of that stuff because composing
it's
is really
fun.
fun. Also because you can do anything that you want.
Just what comes to your mind.
What comes to your mind. And since we are also really into pop music, like I love Bruno Mars, for example.
Me too.
Because he does funk stuff, but it's all pop, and his voice is amazing, I think. So
Yeah,
so
but he also mixes other genres.
Yeah,
into his
that's
pop.
that's
And
so
this
interesting.
is what I find very interesting, and which makes his music also very interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how we came into it.
Yeah.
Great story. So there's a little push, and then there was we call it luck or the connection, and
Yeah.
the magic happened. That's really
Yeah.
incredible. So let's tell for the viewers. So what's the relationship? Your sisters?
Yeah, we are sisters, even twins.
Yeah.
So just want to make that because when you said you were 13, so your
Ah,
twin
yeah.
sister. And what's the story behind the name Bunch of Aces?
Yeah, so
So that's also quite funny because, you would think of playing cards, right? But
we don't play cards.
yeah, like,
no, not at all.
we can play Uno. We showed that in one of our posts
I
that we
think
can play
that's
Uno.
the limit.
But the actual reason was that like almost everyone in our like small family
Is starting with A, even the dog.
Yeah,
So we wanted to have something with A in our band name.
so that then we thought about something, yeah, what could it be, and then we somehow came to Ace because it's like such a cool motive. And then we came to a bunch of A's, and it was kind of a coincidence. Like we were just thinking, what can we do with
And
A?
what sounds cool,
Yeah.
so as well.
That is really, yeah. I'm glad I asked that because that is such a, yeah. You said I thought, yeah, hard, but yeah, it is bunch of A's because they
Yeah.
took A's. I understand now. Thank you very much for sharing. And how does being twins influence your songwriting? You can see from the way you two rapport together, but do you think alike or challenge each other creatively?
Um.
So I think we actually don't argue about our creativity. We don't do that.
Yeah, but of course it's kind of, if I notice now, Alessia has been practicing like 3 hours, and then I think, yeah, but you had just 1 hour. I'm like thinking, yeah, you should do something more. So it's not really like challenging like actively, but of course it comes into your mind as you notice that the other one gets better. You want to get better yourself.
Yeah. And I think this is also motivation
Yeah,
to do
definitely.
more. So it's kind of a circle. It's like a loop. The other is doing something, and then I see it. For example, Alondra is doing something, and I see it, and then I'm doing something too, and then she sees what I'm doing, so she's doing more as well.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's a circle, I think.
Yeah, good cycle. So you're just constantly kind of helping each
Yeah.
other. That's great. Thank you. And who usually starts a song? Is it somebody, do you get the lyrics together or do you get the melody together? What's your creative process?
So I think that can be very different from
Yeah.
time to time.
It varies.
Really, like sometimes we have some kind of word that just sticks to us and we think, yeah, this is a topic we should write about.
Yeah.
But with me, it's very often that I should practice guitar, but then I'm
but
kind of lazy
not
and
doing
just
that.
gambling around, and then there's some riff or some chord change or something's coming up, and then I'm developing that. That's quite often, actually.
And then she comes to me and says, maybe you want to listen. And then we do that, actually.
Yeah. And or sometimes it's a groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that a couple of times.
So this can be really very different, and that's also how you notice that the songs have a different kind of focus.
Yeah.
So if you have like the certain bass line or whatever, this will be something really important about the song that makes it like very special.
And I also think you can, when you hear the song and you hear that it has this focus on something particular, you can hear who had the idea first.
Yeah.
Well, we get to learn more about that as we keep tuning in and listening to you guys. And do your songs come from real life experiences or do you just create stories, fictions?
So this varies as well, I think, because of course we take things that we have experienced, but also things we see that others are doing or experience. And we kind of put this in our songs, or maybe something that we see that is very important topic. Like we have this one song we wrote about I don't know, is it in English?
It's like hate on the internet, that you write like terrible comments to someone, like, I don't know, you look ugly, or some nonsense like that.
So
And this is a real problem, we think, not only because we have experienced it, but you see it a lot on the internet.
yeah,
And that's why we wanted to like
address this topic.
address it and give our little message that you're strong and be yourself, and whoever, you know, writes some shit, I have to say it like that because it's really like that, like, don't let yourself like be discouraged. Yeah, that's, for example, something that came kind of from our own experiences, but we can also make up stories. You know, like we have one song, it's also German, it's about like a queen, and it's very, very mystical, you know.
Mysterious, yeah.
Mysterious, yeah.
It's mysterious.
Sorry for my English, but
Yeah,
so this can be different too.
That's really, really cool. And let's kind of talk about your growth. You know, you've hit millions of views on TikTok. When did it first hit you that people were really actually gravitating to what you're producing?
difficult.
That's, I think it was the first time we got a lot of views on one video. That's when, you know, before we were doing Instagram and TikTok, just like, because, you know, you're an artist, you should present something, but
Yeah, somehow get started.
we didn't really focus on that. You know, and but then one video on TikTok got like a real lot of views, which was Stevie Ray Vaughan, Mary Had a Little Lamb, actually. So we just played something, you know, jammed
And
around
then-
a bit,
And put it on the internet.
and we saw, okay, this has some kind of reaction. You know, people apparently want to see something of what we do, you know. And then we thought, yeah, so let's put more energy into it, because it's so
more effort.
interesting, not just sitting in your basement and doing something, which is great, I love it, but then you came like into contact with other people, what we are doing right now, like talking to others, and that's something that is actually so yeah, nice, and I don't know, I'm missing words right now, but
It's hard to describe.
yeah, it's
That's what she wants to say.
yeah, some great thing simply to connect.
Yeah.
Must be a great feeling, you know, being able to share what you're making, as I said, in your basement, and the whole world is literally looking at it and
Yeah.
reacting to it. So that's really great. Well done to you guys. Let's just go on from there, because obviously it's not all roses, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest challenge coming up as an independent artist, or as independent artists.
So I'd say it's the time.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do so many things in the same time that you know that you're not going to manage everything you want to do.
Yeah, and
But-
then you have to prioritize.
Yeah, because
And that's also very hard.
yeah, for example, we're still in school and we're going kind of into this end phase now. So we have to work really hard there if we want to get good results. And two, we have to practice because, of course, we're still no, you know, we're 17 years old. We have to practice every day, you know.
Yeah.
Then there's not just the music behind it, there's all the managing. Of course, we're supported by our parents immensely, so this helps a lot because it takes such a
Pressure.
weight off your shoulders, you know. And so it's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's definitely worth it. At the age of 17, what you've achieved, like a lot of people don't even achieve that in a lifetime, and you're
Mm.
just living. So, yeah, uh, can't wait to see what's happening in the future. Then, let's say to somebody who is meeting you for the first time, this might be a tough one. But how would you describe your sounds? What are you trying to convey? Are you just throwing it all in there and see what sticks?
So, how would we describe ourselves, right?
Your sound, so your music
Yeah,
sound.
yeah,
Sound,
our sound,
sound,
yeah.
yeah. So,
So, yeah, so like I said, we're in the pop genre,
yeah,
but
but
we like to try to put something special in our songs.
yeah, also influences from different genres.
So we would have sometimes it's a little bit country influence, which would be My Guitar, our first single in the last year.
Yeah,
This is kind of more country, but then we also have songs which are more funky. For example, which
yeah,
was a German song, Tanz im Wasser, which means dance in the water.
yeah,
This is also a kind of abstract song, referring to lyrics. And but then we would also have, which is coming up now, some more dance influenced songs.
yeah.
There's going to be coming something like that. So yeah, I think that's what makes us sound special, that we always try to do something on top, you know?
Yeah,
So there is something for everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
listen, that's great. Thank you. Um, and let's kind of go into this bit that if you could collaborate, you've mentioned a few artists, but if you could collaborate with any artist right now, who would it be and why?
whoa.
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 No.
There's so many.
So
Whoa.
I think if we're aiming big, I'd say Bruno Mars, but I'm like a real fan, you know, and it's
Yeah,
that's what I would say, because there's also this pop, and then there's some kind of funky stuff, and I really like the guitarist and all the, because it's so fun, you know. That's something I love about it. So this would be something. But
yeah.
the thing is about collaborating. Sometimes this would be also kind of pop genre, but sometimes it's also cool if you what I principally said all the time, and
Mix genres.
widen your horizon. So till now we never had like a real rap part.
Yeah,
So
no.
something like that would be interesting, I think. And yeah, so we're open principally.
Yeah.
Really, really. I like that answer a lot. It's really, really interesting.
Good
Let's just
answer, right?
talk into existence and see what comes up, right?
Mhm.
Let's just talk into this bit because you guys are the specialists in this particular field. That do you think social media is helping or pressuring young artists today?
Mm,
It's kind of both, I think.
yeah, because of course it's kind of pressure, because you have to put a lot of time in it, which is rare. Let's put it like that.
The
But
time is rare,
therefore,
which yeah.
you're getting a lot of response and audience.
Yeah, which is important.
And that's the great thing about the internet, like I said, that you can connect with so many people. And principally now you can go yourself and make some kind of that there's a place where you can present yourself now.
Yeah.
Before that wasn't possible in that way. Like, no, I didn't live then, so I cannot really judge, but I guess you had to go to some magazines.
You couldn't do it from
Um,
home and do it
yeah,
very
and that's what I think is great about social media, that it's so simple to connect.
And if somebody your age or slightly younger, what advice would you give to them if they're trying to break through online?
So we'd say have fun,
yeah, definitely. Have a lot of fun.
have a lot of, don't be discouraged if anyone tells you some nonsense or whatever, that you're not going to do it because there's so many artists that try it and whatever,
You
you know.
will definitely fail. This is always nonsense, and it's
I think that if it's the thing you love, this is the right way to go for you. And yeah, so keep on going, connect with other people. There's going to be somebody who loves it, and then it's worth it, like I said.
Touched on, time, and you have to prioritize. But you go to school, you do music, and um, you release stuff on TikTok. Yeah, you get the engagement, but then when people engage, you have to engage back. How do you
yeah.
put this into one day, or do you have maybe more than 24 hours?
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
most of the time, tight timetables are never kept. So it's more there's again this thing of prioritizing things which have to be due till a certain date. Those things you do first, and then you kind of get into the flow. It's very important to get somehow into this flow of doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because then you also have the motivation to do something. If the motivation is gone, you can try, but it will not happen.
Yeah. So that's really important to stay motivated. And if you notice that somehow it doesn't work for you, just take 1 day break, and it'll change everything, because then you can like
Relax.
get back to yourself, like sell everything, and then you start over again, and then it'll work.
At least it works for us.
Like where you finish that, it doesn't work for everybody, but you've just got to give it a go.
Yeah.
Life is like a book. So, you write something in those pages, otherwise you open and it's all blank. So you just need to keep going. And before you know it, you have a book. So yeah, great. Thank you so much. And let's go again into your music. What message do you want people to take away from it after they've listened to it?
So I think the basic message of music in general is love.
Yeah.
Because that's also, I think, the feeling that you get when you're really listening to music, even if it's a sad song, or if it's like
An angry
fast, funky
song, it can actually be any emotion.
It can be any emotion, but it all gets to one point, I think, because it's the love for the music, and that's what you feel, and it makes you feel so good, and it really helps
because it's touching something.
Yeah, it's touching something, and that's what we want to reach with our music too. That there's someone that feels something when he or she listens to our music. And if that happens, if we can create some real emotions there, then we're happy. What
Yeah.
more can we do, you know?
There's nothing more to reach.
I like that. And let me kind of throw this bit there that out of all the tracks that you've made, which one would you say is kind of most personal to you? So if you have to draw one track out of your catalog, which one would you?
This is so hard.
So,
So,
yeah, what you gonna take?
now I have to say that I love one of our Christmas songs, and
But because you love Christmas.
yeah, and I'm even listening it now, although it is not Christmas right now, and that is Mistletoe Glow, because I really like the melody. But now, of course, I know some songs that will be coming up, already, because we made them logically. So that's
And we can remember.
that's one song called Feel the Sunshine, which is like, it's half German and half English, because also the titles Feel the Sunshine, but like the verses would be in German,
and
so
then the chorus is in English.
that's quite funny to mixing that. But there, I really like the chorus. It's so great. It's, of course, we are going to release it in close to summer because it's our
It's
summer
a summer
song.
song, and I think you can really feel the sunshine on your skin when you're listening to
Yeah,
it.
so I hope that you will check it out maybe too, even if it's like more German, but you know, the feeling is there, and that's also what I think is so cool about music, because when we were younger, now we understand English, but before, when we were like 7 years old, we couldn't really speak English or understand
Not
anything. There's still
understand.
some, if it's just in the background, let's say, I can never fully understand what the singer is singing, but
Because
that doesn't matter because the music alone touches you, you know. And that's also interesting, I think.
Yeah. Saying like we curate for artists from all over the world. There's no way
Yeah,
we speak all those languages, but it's just the vibe, the melody, the way
yeah,
the itself makes you feel. You don't even have to understand the language at all.
yeah,
No, absolutely incredible. Music is the one.
yeah.
And do you mind giving us a little snippet of this track?
Um, we we can't do it right now because it's still not kind of till the
finished.
end, you know. But what we would like to do to play a little bit of our song "My Guitar"
Yeah.
that I have mentioned already, I think, and I think is it okay if I play a little acoustic guitar? Will it be alright with a yeah?
Very low in the background. That should be fine. Yeah.
Let's try.
Maybe try a few bars first.
So you can hear that, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need no crown, just these 6 strings. My guitar's the one that makes my heart sing. We talk all night, yeah, it understands. In this crazy world, it is all I need. So that's the chorus.
In acoustic version.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much. I love the tone between your voices and you know, we grew up together.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for a while. So great, great performance. Thank
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 you.
you.
you. Let's talk into the look into the future, basically. So you're working towards an album, you said.
Yeah.
Um, you told us what we can expect and when we can expect it. So what is the general feel, or how do you think people are perceiving um the the
Um,
anticipation?
so we have again a lot of different kind of songs. So
Yeah.
there's a German EP coming up, and there's going to be like all different kinds of topics. There's going to be one which is elephant in the room, which means that there's some problem that no one talks about,
but it's there.
yeah, and it's like destroying the relationship. But then there's also going to be like super summer vibe songs like
Yeah.
Heat and Sunshine that we said. And there's going to be English releases as well, of
Yeah.
course. So there's going to be Tears of a River. Um, Now I can't tell an exact date, but I think it's going to be like end of June or
Yeah,
something like
so
that.
It's
And
planned.
that's the plan right now, but it's very loose, so it can still change, you know. But Tears of a River is interesting because at first you think of nature because it's tears of a river, but it's already some kind of metaphor, and it means principally that things simply need time to form, but and there might be difficulties like stones in your way, but in the end everything is going to turn out well,
Yeah.
and that's the message. And I love this song. It was my idea. It
Yeah,
also came
I
from
think
some,
you can notice.
it came from some guitar gambling, you know. And yeah, so there's definitely coming more songs coming up, some summer vibes, some more some stuff where you have to think about.
What is
Yeah,
sang?
so but there's also going to be dance tracks, like I've said before. So that's going to be a variety
in
I'd say.
both German and English?
Yeah.
Can't wait to listen to it. I can't wait to listen to it. Let's go into this bit, which I call the quick fire round. It's
Okay.
going to be interesting because I don't know if you're going to take it turns to answer the questions or hey, I'll let you.
Mhm.
I'll let you. So let's go for who's more stubborn between the both of you.
Ah, more stubborn.
It's definitely her.
Yes.
Not me, I'm not stubborn.
Okay, I have to admit it, yeah.
Just sometimes I get out of it, but most of the time, no.
Who takes longer to get ready?
Maybe. I will admit nothing.
Okay, all right.
That's okay. And song lyrics you wish you wrote.
Oh, some lyrics.
Like, can you specify this?
Like
Like
any
some song.
something you've heard that you're like, oh, I love that lyrics. I wish I wrote that.
Oh yeah, I know. You know the song "Smooth" from Santana?
Hmm.
I f- this is really cool, and
Yeah.
to think of something like actually it's quite simple, but it sounds so cool without using some extraordinary words. And I think this is just something I would someday like to write.
Yeah. So I thought about now the first thought that came to me was Stairway to Heaven. Now you see my little guitar influence there, but Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, because it's such a crazy text. Like how do you have that idea, Stairway to Heaven, you know? But and well, it's so I like if the lyrics are like a little bit abstract, and you first have to think about like what does he actually mean, you know?
Because he doesn't mean that he want to build a stairway.
Yeah, yeah, I like that with lyrics.
That's nice. And maybe in your catalog, a song that you made that surprised even you.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's surprise, like a song that we made that surprised us.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
like
So
really surprised. I
so
think
very
that's
nice.
I think that's even Tears of a River, kind of. It's
No,
not
no, Tears of a River didn't surprise me.
okay.
Maybe
It didn't
you, but
surprise her. Huh?
no, no.
Bad luck.
Uh, Perhaps.
Think faster.
Yeah, I will think faster, but right now, just feel the sunshine comes to my mind
Yeah.
because in this time where we wrote it, it's somehow we had all these sort of sad, very songs where you really have to think about what is said, and then
Yeah.
this happy just summer song came up. So
Yeah.
I think this surprised me the
That's
most.
always surprising when you're actually in a completely different phase
And
of writing.
mood of doing.
But then there's
music.
something totally different.
Yeah, so I think I will take that one.
And fame or freedom?
What was the first thing?
Fame, to be famous or to be free?
Ah, fame. Fame or freedom. Um. Now, if we don't go for freedom, it's kind of you know.
Yeah, although well, freedom as freedom of the soul and mind, or freedom of the body itself. That's what be interesting to know.
But
Hmm.
I guess that I would go to freedom, I guess. Because now, of course, everyone wants to be famous, and I think it's also great because you can like you have such a great audience that you get so much feedback, and I think that's really now I can't really tell because we have like a small fan base that we're really proud of to say because there's so many people who write nice letters, and we're always so thankful to read that actually because it's so motivating, you know.
And
But I guess I would go for freedom because fame still isn't the thing that we're doing this for, you know.
it's not what we're aiming for now.
It's very motivating, and you're getting to know new people. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, I'd go for freedom, I think.
I think I would also, although it's not specified here, freedom is something which is also necessary, especially freedom of the soul and mind is necessary to do music.
Yeah.
And without that, I could not do music, and then I would choose freedom, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of running out on time. So, we need to cover this bit. We're chatting away. What's your name? Obviously, Bunch of A's. But where can people go and follow you? You know, TikTok is one place, but do you have a
Yeah.
website? You have
Yeah, so principally you can find us anywhere if
Yeah,
you
we're-
enter Bunch of A's. So we are on TikTok, we're on Instagram, like we've mentioned before, but we have a website which
Yeah.
is also called Bunch of A's. It's
You
very
can just put
easy
it in
to find.
Google or
Then-
somewhere else,
Yeah,
and then you find it.
and then of course we're on Spotify, on Apple Music, Amazon Music to present our
All
music.
these sort of platforms.
Yeah, like please check it out. Maybe you'll like it, and we hope you'll like it. And so you can even write us on Instagram or something like that. Like I've said, we always love to connect. So yeah, that's where you can find us.
so much, but it's definitely there to follow, and I'm sure people will love it. We love it, so they must.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
And yeah, any closing remarks for you, for the viewers?
So yeah, so we hope you check it out, and
Yeah.
we hope you enjoy, and we hope that we can create that emotion that we've talked about.
and that we can touch.
And
So-
if we can, we are super happy about it. So yeah, so stay confident. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been incredible. So yeah,
Yeah.
till we meet again. Take
Yeah.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Power Ace Radio.